We're making perfectly spiced pumpkin waffles that are higher in protein with Greek yogurt and vanilla protein powder, and they're gluten-free with incredible flavor from oat flour and maple syrup. Hello, my name is Nicole Bonilla, and if you love healthier recipes to our favorite foods, then you are in the right place. Now you're welcome to write down these ingredients as we go along, or you can click on the link that's in the video description below, and that will take you to the full recipe with all the details, including nutrition facts, ingredients and substitutions, and frequently asked questions. Now to make these really easy waffles, we're going to start with a mixing bowl and we're going to add our wet ingredients. And to add protein and flavor, we're going to start with half a cup of some plain Greek yogurt. Next we'll add half a cup of pumpkin puree, which is different than pumpkin pie filling. And half a cup of milk, and you can use any variety that you like. And then 3 eggs. And a fourth a cup of some light olive oil, but you could also use avocado oil. And for some natural sweetness, a fourth a cup of maple syrup. And for flavor, a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then we'll just whisk these together until well combined. And now that that's nice and smooth, we can add our dry ingredients. Now there's a variety of flours that you can use in this recipe, and I've included them and their measurements on the recipe card, and you can access that by clicking the link that's in the video description. I really like using oat flour because I think it has the most flavor and it's gluten-free. So I'm going to add 1 cup of oat flour, and you can either use store-bought or you can grind your own like I did. Next, we're going to add half a cup of protein powder, and you can use any variety that you like. My favorite is using this organic vanilla protein powder because it's nut-based and it's naturally sweetened. But you can also omit this and just replace it with the same amount of oat flour. And then we're going to add 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and we want to make sure it's fresh. And then we're adding 1 teaspoon of cinnamon and 1 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. But you could adjust those as you like. And a fourth a teaspoon of salt. And then we'll just whisk these together until well combined. And now we have this gorgeous and incredibly smelling waffle batter. So we can start making our waffles right away, but we will want to keep our milk handy because we might need to add a couple tablespoons if needed to keep the right consistency. Now to cook the waffles, you can use any iron that you like, and you will want to use that iron's specific instructions. This is my favorite waffle iron because I can cook 4 round waffles at once, and then they're the perfect size for popping in the toaster the next morning. So I'm going to start by giving a light spray with some coconut oil. And then I'm going to scoop in about a fourth a cup of batter into each of the irons. Now this batter is extra moist from that Greek yogurt and the pumpkin, so I have found that it works really well to let the waffles cook a little bit longer than when the green light turns on. So I know that my waffle maker, the green light will turn on after 2 minutes, so I'm going to let it go for about 2 minutes and 45 seconds just to get the perfect toast on them. But you'll want to be patient and let them cook the full time so that your waffles don't split in half when you try to open your waffle maker. Now, if you could use more healthy inspiration on a regular basis, I invite you to join my email list. All you have to do is click on the link in the video description below, and that is the best way for us to stay connected. So after 2 minutes and 45 seconds, we have some gorgeous toasted pumpkin waffles. So I'll just come in with a fork to lift these out and put them on my board to cool. Oh, I wish you could smell my kitchen right now. And then we'll just repeat for the remaining batter. And now we have a stack of about 15 protein waffles that are ready to be enjoyed. And one of my favorite ways is with my cottage cheese whipped cream and a few pecans on top. And we'll call this just a kiss of maple syrup. Oh my goodness, that looks so good. That is delicious. I love how those waffles are just nice and toasty on the outside and then just soft and tender on the inside. And they have the most incredible flavor from those spices as well as the pumpkin. And I love how that Greek yogurt just intensifies all the flavors and makes it taste even better. And I love that they're gluten-free and made with clean, natural ingredients. Well, thank you so much for joining me today in my kitchen. I have included a link to the full recipe, and it's in the video description below, and that will take you to my website, gentltummy.com. And I also invite you to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I invite you to join me again in my kitchen.